On today's episode of The Front Row, we are at the Visual and Performing Arts Complex at Lubbock Christian University, and we're in the office of Dr. Laurie Doyle, who is the chair of Visual and Performing Arts here at LCU. Laurie, welcome back to The Front Row. It's always great to have you as our guest.
Thank you so much. I'm so pleased to be here today.
Well, one of the things that we know is that LCU puts on a lot of theater productions, and you have one coming up, and that's always something to look forward to. Give us all the details.
All right. At the end of this month, we're going to be performing the very classic and famous Arthur Miller play, All My Sons. And we'll be producing it here on campus on Friday and Saturday, February 27 and 28 at 7 p.m. in the Williams Theater in the CDC building on campus. And you can get tickets online if you wish at lcu.edu. Look for the events calendar, or you can get tickets at the door. And very excited to be able to perform this show.
Right. Well, I know folks are always really interested in sort of the creative process of how this works. How did you come to All My Sons? What attracted you, and where did you decide that that was going to be a good fit for you this semester?
I saw it many years ago, and I was fascinated by the script. And of course, Arthur Miller being so famous, you get to read a lot of his works when you do graduate school and that kind of thing. I was never sure I was going to have a cast who could pull it off. And I was actually planning to do a different show this spring. But when we had auditions and some people came and auditioned, I realized, wow, I've got the cast for All My Sons. And so this group of students, they're all undergrad students, they are doing a fabulous job. I'm just really so proud of their work and how seriously they are taking this show. They understand, and we've talked about it a lot, that even though this premiered in 1947, it is so applicable today. And that's what's great about theater, is that things that were true even that many years ago can still be true today.
So for folks who don't know, tell us a little bit about All My Sons and why it takes a particularly astute cast.
Well, the story revolves around two families, and the fathers of the two families have been in business together. One of the fathers is now in prison, and his son and daughter come back to the town and visit. And as the story unfolds, we learn what happened and why he's in prison. And they're very mature roles. These are supposed to be some middle-aged people, some that are a little bit younger, but definitely a little older than your undergraduate college students. So it takes some maturity, and it takes some really thinking through these characters and why are they saying what they're saying, and what do they mean, and what's underneath all of it. That's so fascinating to me, and to get young people to be able to work to that level is challenging, but it's very rewarding when you see it begin to happen.
Well, it's wonderful that you have a cast that can assimilate those roles and bring a kind of depth to that. That's really wonderful. Where did you find your cast? Where did you had auditions and they just came, right?
Some of them I have worked with in the past. Some were in last spring's show. A lot of them, especially the new ones, were in Oklahoma this fall. So I got to know them, they got to know me, and then they decided to come and audition. Now, none of them knew anything about this show. And so they didn't, like I said, I was actually planning a different show. But then when we had auditions and these students came, it just felt right to do this show. Mm-hmm. You know, the show, if I had to boil it down, the show's about integrity. And Isn't that something that needs more discussion today? Isn't that something that everyone could use?
Yes, yes.
To think about, to put into your life. Integrity. It's very important, and I'm really hoping and praying that the students are getting a better understanding of that as they work on this show.
Right. How big is the cast?
I believe we have 10 actors.
10. Okay. You said it's not a musical. I mean,
No.
this is a play actually.
Right.
And so what will you do just in terms of sets, costumes? I assume you'll just try to set it in the time period in which it was written, that sort of thing?
Yes, that's exactly right. So the whole play takes place. There are 3 acts. The first one is early in the morning. The second act is in the afternoon, and then the third act is in the middle of the night. But it all takes place in the backyard of this one family. And so, yes, our set tries to show the back of a 1940s house and the yard, and then the costumes will also be from the 1940s. We'll do our best to make you feel like you're back in that era.
Right. And do you do all of that in-house? You have people who will supply those things for you?
Yes, we we are small, so we have to do most of that ourselves. My technical director is from off campus. Shyler Lyles has worked with us for many years. He's just amazing. He can do just about anything, and we work very well together. So I'm always happy to do a show with him.
Right. Great, excellent. Well, tell us a little bit about your cast. My understanding is that probably not all of them are from the visual performing arts area, right?
Right.
You open up your auditions, right?
Yes, we have open auditions to anybody on campus. So actually, we have 3 theater majors that are in the show, and everyone else is from a different area on campus. And as I said, some of them were in in Oklahoma in the fall, and that was the first time I'd worked with them. But just lots of talent and lots of dedication to doing a good job. That makes a big difference. So we gave them the script before the holidays, had them take it home and start working on it, and then we hit the ground running in January. Did have some students in this show who were also in Master Follies at Homecoming, which was just this past weekend. And so they've been rather busy going from one rehearsal to another.
Yeah.
After we perform here, we'll take this show to the Christian University Theater Festival, which will be in Abilene this year at Hardin Simmons University. And we've been attending that festival for, at least 20 years. It moves around to some different schools. It's just a great opportunity for our students to see other schools that are about our size and about our number of majors, to see their work, and then we share our work. And there's a respondent each year who talks to you and your cast about the show. This year, it's going to be Dr. Marty Runnels, who was at Wayland for so many years.
Right. Yeah.
And he lives out of state now, but he's coming in to work with us at that festival. I'm really excited to get to see him.
Sure. He'll be great for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be wonderful. Well, best of luck to you on your show and to your cast. Give us once again details about the performances themselves.
February 27 and 28, 7 p.m. in the Williams Theater in the CDC building on the LCU campus. And tickets are available online or at the door. You can go to lcu.edu and look for events and get tickets there, or you can just come the nights of the performance. I really hope we'll have a good audience, because these students are working very hard and doing some fine work.
For folks like me that only know the entrance that comes off of 19th Street, where is the CDC?
The CDC is the building the furthest south on campus before you get to the rec center, or what we used to call the field house. So you would actually come down Eileen, which is the turn off from 19th.
Mm-hmm.
Drive down Eileen. It will curve around a little bit and then come all the way down to the south. If you see the softball field on your right, you've gone too far. So once you see the rec center, you're going to turn into that parking lot. The rec center will be on your right, and the CDC building will be on your left. It's really not very difficult to find,
Okay.
and you can ask anybody on campus, and they'll get you to it.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Just while I have you thought about the summer?
I think about the summer all the time, but
Yeah.
I hope to be able to make an announcement soon.
Gotcha.
But I
Right.
need to get some people together and make sure they're all on board before we move forward.
All right. Well, it'll be good no matter what. Great. Dr. Laurie Doyle is the chair of Visual and Performing Arts here at Lubbock Christian University, and they're doing All My Sons. Thank you so much for being our guest on the front row today.
Thank you for having me.